In the name of God, hello dear audience. In this part I will talk about the following issue that we have published recently entitled Recent Advance on Nanoparticles or Nanomaterials with anti-multidrug resistant bacteria and anti-bacterial biofilm properties. A systematic review. I'm Farhad Moradi from Department of Bacteriology, School of Medicine, Shiraz University of Medical Sciences, Shiraz, Iran. The contents of our presentation include introductions, method and results, and finally conclusions. About introductions. According to fact, bacterial infectious illnesses account for around one-third of worldwide mortality. One of the most effective strategies for lowering human morbidity and death is using antibiotics drugs. However, due to widespread use of antibiotics, we are facing to antibiotic resistance and the accumulation of the transposon or plasmid harboring resistant genes causes this resistance and causes the maximum resistant appearance of the multidrug resistant bacteria from worldwide. Nowadays, the emergence of some bacteria with high resistance to antibiotics has become serious threat to humans. For example, according to CDC, they include vancomycin-resistant enterococcus, or VRE, carbapenem-resistant Acinetobacter species, or methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA, that is very important in dermatology fields. Also, for example, carbapenem-resistant Enterobacteriales, or ESBL bacterias Enterobacteriaceae, and multidrug resistant Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Another problem about bacteria we are facing nowadays is a bacterial biofilm. According to fact, bacterial biofilm is a complex communities of bacteria that are encased in a matrix and exhibit higher antibiotic resistance, as well as immune system evasion, especially in a proliferation phases. According to National Institute of the Health, many microbial infections are associated with biofilm formation. For example, common site of biofilm infection in human body include dental plaques that causes gingivitis, child middle ear infections, catheter infections, and urinary tract infections. Besides, one of the most recent initiatives to combat bacterial and biofilm resistance has been to investigate antimicrobial nanomaterials to which microbial pathogens may be unable to acquire resistance to them, as well as innovative nanosized platform for effective antibiotics delivery. Today, the science of nanotechnology has created a great revolution in the field of medicines and treatments by providing and examining different nanostructures with antibacterial properties. For this purpose, our search strategy and methods include search biomedical databases, Web of Science, PubMed, Google Scholars, and Scopus to identify related studies that were published until December 2022. Out of 280 recognized articles, 41 papers were identified that were published were 2007 to 2022. According to our results and according to facts, 19 type of nanomaterials documented have an antibacterial mechanism. For example, copper nanoparticle, silver nanoparticle, gold nanoparticle mixed with platinum, or graphene oxide. And according to different documents, seven type of nanomaterials show antibiofilm effects. For example, silver nanoparticle, zinc oxide, or gold nanoparticle mixed with silver nanoparticle, also graphene oxide. In this slide, all of the nanoparticles show according to the 41 documented. According to the studies, each of nanomaterials has been designed with different methods and their effects against standard strains, clinical strains, multidrug strains, and bacterial biofilms have been investigated in vitro and in vivo conditions. In addition, nanomaterials have different destructive mechanisms on bacterial structures. Various nanoparticles introduced as the best candidate to designing new drugs and medical equipment to preventing infectious disease outbreaks by overcome antibiotic resistant and bacterial biofilms. For example, different nanomaterials have a different antibacterial mechanisms against bacterial structure. For example, silver nanoparticle have an anti-biofilm activity by inhibition of cell wall proteins and nucleic acid synthesis in bacterial cell. Also, zinc oxide by inhibiting the activity of bacterial beta-galactosidase in biomimic manner. Or Cu oxide cause the death of bacterial cells by including lipid peroxidation of the cell membrane and degradation of DNA, and others. In conclusion, multi-drug resistant pathogens are an emerging public health concern that makes it difficult to treat many illnesses associated with healthcare using current and available antibiotics. Nanotechnology is a revolution in a field of medicines and drug delivery, especially in drug-resistant infectious disease. It plays an important role in restoring the activity of antibiotics against resistant bacteria. It seems that development of a drug delivery system based on nanostructure will be an attractive and effective way to overcome antibiotic resistance and biofilm if the toxic effect of the nanoparticle investigated and their safety guaranteed. About our references, also you can find additional information in our article that published in Helion journals in 2023. And if there is any question regarding the presentation, I can contact you through the following email. Thank you very much, and thank you for your attention.